Podcast.
Hello!
I'm Mac.
And I'm Cheezy.
And today's episode is served with a side of...
Introductions. What does that mean, Mac?
It means, well, like when you meet someone and you say hi and they say hello and then you shake hands and exchange information such as names and purpose of meeting each other.
I think I just meant as in, like, introducing ourselves to them because they don't know who we are. Nor do they probably care.
Do we know who we are?
That is a good question.
Well, we're going to find out.
Yeah, through this podcast. Hello. Why did we start this podcast, you may ask?
Well, Cody texted me at...
It wasn't for money.
Nope. Cody texted me and he said, hey, when I move out to California, we're going to do a podcast. And I thought to myself, I don't want to do that. And here we are. I didn't get much of a choice.
No, I basically said we're doing it. And what are we talking about? Lots of stuff. Whatever comes to mind. The reason why we started a podcast is we're really good at just talking a bunch of nonsense. And then,
so good at talking.
And then seeing where that takes us. Like the other day we were talking about chairs for no reason at all.
You sit in them.
And then I was saying, well, is a beanbag a chair? Even though they call it a beanbag chair.
It is a chair.
But then my argument...
You sit on it.
Yeah, but my argument was that they don't have any legs. And then I thought about it later that night, and I was like, well, you wouldn't say the same thing to a human being.
He did not tell me this part. I am not in support of whatever nonsense.
No, that's true. Like, I apologize to beanbags. My intention was not to hurt anyone during that comment. And I'm going for, like, the YouTube apology. That's not really an apology.
First episode, and we're already apologizing.
Yeah.
So we're off to a great start.
Buy our merch. We don't have any. Yeah.
So we're doing this mostly for ourselves. Obviously, if you're watching, we care about you a little bit. But this is more of a self-indulgent.
Not a lot of it.
We think we're funny, and we want to record ourselves so other people can think we're funny. But really, we just care about ourselves.
And most likely it's probably going to be our friends that are watching at first. Maybe our family.
Hey, friends.
And family.
The three of you out there.
Yeah.
I know, you're watching. Like 4 weeks from now when we post this.
Yeah. We'll post... What? 4 weeks?
Oh.
Anyway, we kind of want this to be like a community-based podcast as well. So, like, if there are topics that you want us to talk about, we will most certainly do so. But we want to have a lot of fun on the show. Mm-hmm. It really just kind of have some giggles, you know?
Yeah.
And,
it's about fun.
Yeah.
So anything is on the table, but don't ask us to talk about politics or race or anything controversial. Yeah. This isn't when you go on Facebook and someone's upset and they're outing all their dirty laundry or whatever the phrase is. This is fun. So it can be anything that could be a fun conversation. It doesn't have to be something inherently fun like video games. You could be like, popcorn ceilings, what's up with those? And we will talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm the professional one here. He is not. So answer the call.
I'll probably edit this out.
No. Answer the call.
Hi, Hannah. You're on the podcast.
Hi, Hannah.
No, it's totally fine.
It's a good first episode.
Didn't put my phone on silent, so this is my fault.
I'm gonna double check mine.
Okay, I'll call you back later.
Oh, my phone is on silent. I shouldn't have second-guessed myself. Anyway, so we could talk about popcorn ceilings, or we could talk about when you're doing something serious and someone gets a phone call because they didn't have the courtesy to turn off their phone. What would you like to talk about?
I think getting a phone call during a podcast just adds some more fun to it.
Who has their volume on anymore?
I know, yeah.
I'm disgusted with you.
I usually have my volume on because you listen to like the like Instagram stories or...
Your phone doesn't have a different media volume and a different ringtone volume?
If it does, I haven't found it, no.
I'm the one who's better with technology. I set all of this up, if you can't tell.
Oh, I could tell. We are using a metal chair, a plastic container bin, and a box as our setup for everything right now.
Once we reach 100 subscribers, we'll send you a picture of our setup. It's like a Patreon reward.
Yeah, good. 100 subscribers. Make it happen. Yeah, our podcast, I think, is going to be kind of like a Jerry Seinfeld comedy special. Just like, what's the deal with that? Like, I wasn't even trying to do one. It just kind of happened. But popcorn ceilings, I thought was an interesting topic.
I mean, I literally just I say whatever I see, and I have a popcorn ceiling. So.
I always hated popcorn ceilings just because bringing home a balloon.
Oh, yeah.
It would ruin your childhood.
It's true. It's jarring and traumatic.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I don't see what could possibly be good about them. Like, there's some scrapes on my popcorn ceiling because the neighbors were being noisy, and you do the thing with the broom, and my popcorn ceiling is gray. I don't know who paints a ceiling gray, but my walls are white, the ceiling's gray. There's a bunch of white marks on the ceiling from where we were hitting it with a broom.
It is kind of weird because you're looking at it and it is just white walls with a gray ceiling.
Like
and
dark gray. Like slate.
Who wants to paint that?
Can you imagine painting a popcorn ceiling, like getting in all the nooks and crannies?
No.
There's a guy in here just with a roller. He's just like, I hate my life.
And yeah, like all of it is like falling on him at the same time too.
Right.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, I kind of like the way it looks.
So this
if you
podcast,
guys could see it, oh my god.
It's gonna be.
We could show you, but we're not going to.
Yeah. Good. That's great. That's what people want to hear. That's like, I don't know. I feel like our podcast is going to be a little like, oh, what's the deal with this? Oh, you know what that's like? That's like when, and then it's like a Family Guy, like, clip, yeah.
That sounds like too much editing.
Oh, no, I'm not going to do that.
Oh, yeah. We'll just describe it in detail for those of you just listening to our voices because you've clicked away from the YouTube tab. Mm-hmm. Like I do, quite frequently, because I like multitasking.
I thought it would be kind of fun is if we need a topic, right? So if we debated over SpongeBob or Patrick, who do you want?
Who do I want? I don't know.
Well, who do you like more?
Well, I don't like SpongeBob anymore. They've changed. They've changed too much.
Just as characters?
Yeah.
Did not expect this.
SpongeBob used to be really smart. There was a lot of smart humor in it. It was very enjoyable. And now they've turned him into like a lovable idiot just like Patrick. But before they had a dynamic. Like SpongeBob was responsible. He had a job. He took care of his house. He took care of his pet. And Patrick was just kind of his like lackey best friend who he also took care of. And now they're both just dumb.
That's true.
I don't like it.
I didn't think about that.
That's my 2 cents.
I think like the new SpongeBob is kind of like Adventure Time. Because everything is like Adventure Time today. When you put in like...
Except for life.
Life is kind of Adventure Timey. Sometimes I like to flail my arms like this and then I'm in Adventure Time.
Cody's very articulate, if you couldn't tell.
Very. I know the words.
So anyway, are we telling people what our podcast is about, or are we just going to jump right into it?
I don't even think we know what our podcast is about.
Nope.
This is it.
This is it.
Hopefully you like it.
It'll develop over time. You know, right now you're watching this and you're like, oh, they're awkward.
Uh-huh.
They're kind of cringy.
Yep.
You don't know what they're doing.
No, not at all.
Quality's not the best, but bear with us. Yeah. Because a year from now, you're going to be like, oh my God, I remember when I started watching their show when they had 2 subscribers, and now they have like 30 subscribers. It'll be magical.
That will be a big day for us.
I know.
Yeah.
30 subscribers.
You
still won't get to see our setup.
Sounded like you said dirty.
That too.
Or dirty subscribers.
We're not going to judge them.
Oh, okay.
Come one, come all.
Yeah, if you're clean or you're not, if you bathe or just like to play in mud, we don't care.
Okay, yeah.
Well, you said not to judge. Now you're judging.
You're right. I'm the most judgmental person. I'll be like, I'm not going to judge you. And then I'll be like, oh. Just like that.
Mm-hmm.
Judge everyone.
Yeah.
He judges me too, though. You'll see it. You'll be watching this, and he just did it. I saw it.
I think that's probably about it for today.
Oh, good. We're doing good.
Yeah, we're doing well. I mean, everybody starts...
That hurts. Sorry.
I was talking.
I've been thinking that for like half the episode.
I'm sure they were thinking that too.
There we go. I'm better now.
Good. So...
Oh no.
We were...
Bear down.
I don't know what I was going to say. We're new. Everybody starts somewhere. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun to figure out where our show is going and how it will grow.
Go and grow.
Go and grow. How will we sign off?
And that's the way the mac and cheese bakes.
That's the way the what?
You got mad at me for saying that last time.
That's the way the mac and cheese bakes. If you have anything better, let us know.
Please do.
Thank you for watching. We'll be back next
Probably never.
week. Oh, never. Thank you.